Sometimes love isn't about how loud the laughter is, how perfect the pictures look, or how much time you spend together. Sometimes love is quieter. It's about how your soul feels when you're with someone, whether your heart feels heavy or light, whether your mind feels safe or burdened. Not every connection is aligned with your higher path, and some are meant to teach you what love is not. These are 6 deep signs that she's not the one for you. Not from a place of judgment or blame, but from the lens of mindset and emotional compatibility. These signs aren't about her being a bad person. They're about recognizing when your souls aren't flowing in the same direction. 1. She drains your energy rather than replenishing it. When you're with someone aligned with your spirit, you should feel restored, not depleted. Life is already demanding. Our dreams, responsibilities, and growth take energy. A relationship should feel like a sanctuary, a place where your mind can rest and your soul can breathe. But when you constantly feel tired around her, emotionally, mentally, spiritually, it's a sign something is off. Maybe it's subtle. You find yourself sighing more, smiling less, feeling tense in your own skin. Her presence becomes something you endure rather than enjoy. True compatibility brings energy, not exhaustion. It doesn't mean life is always easy, but the connection itself should charge you. If being around her makes you feel smaller instead of stronger, if you leave conversations feeling more confused than clear, your spirits may not be compatible. Energy doesn't lie. Pay attention to what your body feels before your mind makes excuses. 2. You don't feel safe being vulnerable around her. Vulnerability is the foundation of intimacy. It's not just about telling your secrets. It's about allowing your soul to be seen without fear of being broken. If you feel like you have to wear armor around her, then you're not in love. You're in survival. When someone is right for you, your walls come down naturally. You're not afraid to say, "I'm struggling," or "I don't know," or "Here's a part of me that still hurts." But when you're with someone who mocks, ignores, or minimizes your vulnerability, your inner world starts to shut down. You learn to stay silent. You stop expressing your truth. You start pretending. Not because you want to lie, but because it feels safer than being real. But love should feel safe. Real love is not afraid of depth. It listens without fixing. It holds space without judgment. If she makes you feel weak for opening up or uses your vulnerability against you later, then she's not the one. Not because she's evil, but because your emotional landscapes don't speak the same language. 3. You feel misunderstood or judged for your dreams, ideas, or beliefs. A healthy relationship is a place where your visions can breathe. Even if she doesn't fully understand your path, she should respect it. She should want to know what drives you, what you hope for, what keeps you up at night, not dismiss it, diminish it, or compete with it. But if every time you talk about your goals, she rolls her eyes, makes jokes, or changes the subject, it creates a deep fracture. You begin to question yourself. You start toning down your light just to be accepted. And slowly, your dreams lose their color. Your beliefs, your values, your sense of purpose. These are sacred parts of you. The right person won't have to agree with every idea you hold, but she will make space for them. She'll ask questions, not cast judgment. She'll be curious, not critical. Because real compatibility isn't just about surface attraction. It's about whether your minds can walk hand in hand even when the path isn't the same. 4. You constantly suppress your true self to keep the peace. Peace without authenticity is just quiet suffering. If you always have to censor yourself, filter your truth, or walk on emotional eggshells just to avoid conflict, that's not peace. That's fear. And fear is not love. You weren't created to shrink. You weren't created to become a watered-down version of yourself. just to make someone else comfortable. If you can't express your truth without triggering an argument or a guilt trip, you'll slowly begin to lose pieces of yourself. You'll find yourself apologizing for who you are. And that is a slow death of the soul. The right person will challenge you, yes, but not by demanding that you hide. She'll challenge you to grow from a place of love, not manipulation. You deserve a space where you can breathe freely, where your authenticity is welcomed, not weaponized. If you feel like you're constantly editing yourself just to keep the relationship afloat, then it's not a relationship, it's a performance. 5. Conversations feel forced or shallow, lacking depth or emotional connection. You can talk for hours and say nothing, or say just a few words and feel deeply known. When you're aligned with someone emotionally, conversations flow. Even silence feels rich. There's a rhythm, an ease, a meeting of the minds. But when every conversation feels like small talk, like pulling teeth, like going through the motions, something vital is missing. You start avoiding real conversations because they either go nowhere or end in tension. You talk about logistics, about schedules, about what to eat, but rarely about what's real. And real connection requires real conversation. Not just about facts, but about feelings, about dreams, fears, memories, philosophies, about the deeper layers of who you are. If you find that your talks never go beyond the surface, or worse, that the moment you try to open up, you're met with discomfort or deflection, then she may not be able to meet you where your soul lives. And no matter how good the chemistry is, without emotional resonance, the relationship will eventually feel empty. You'll begin to starve for something deeper, something true. 6. You're anxious more often than at peace when you're with her. Your nervous system doesn't lie. If your body is in a constant state of anxiety, tension, or unease when you're with someone, that is a message from your deeper self. Love is not supposed to feel like walking on glass. There will always be moments of conflict or difficulty in any relationship, but your overall emotional state should be one of calm and connection, not constant nervousness. If you're always wondering what mood she'll be in, if she'll get upset, if you're doing enough, if she's pulling away, then your mind is in survival mode. And survival mode is not where love can grow. The right connection will bring more peace than chaos. It won't be perfect, but it will be grounding. It will make you feel more like yourself, not less. It will allow you to rest emotionally. You won't be decoding mixed signals, walking on edge, or waiting for the other shoe to drop. You'll just be safe, open, seen. Sometimes the hardest truth to accept is that someone you care about deeply is not meant to walk the entire path with you. They may have entered your life to teach you a lesson, reflect a part of yourself, or help you grow, but not every connection is meant to last. And that's not a failure. That's alignment. Emotional compatibility isn't about perfect harmony. It's about whether two souls can meet without constantly wounding each other, whether two minds can build without tearing down, whether love feels like a place of return, not retreat. If any of these signs resonate with you, don't ignore them. Love shouldn't cost you your peace. It shouldn't ask you to betray your truth. The right relationship will not require you to abandon yourself to keep it alive. You deserve a love that honors your spirit, protects your mind, and nourishes your heart. Sometimes walking away isn't the end. It's the beginning of finally choosing yourself.